Shri Khekiho Zhimomi. No, 5 minutes I have taken. I try to restrict according to the timing. You have got 5 minutes, sir.
Mr. Vice Chairman, sir, the House is far from required number of quorum. Yet, with the time concession, I shall speak. And 5 minutes is not at all enough.
Next one is, he wants to go.
Sir, I stand to extend my support on the presidential address moved by honorable members, which the president address the joint session of Parliament and message out to the nation that I support. At the same time, sir, I also would like to express the regret about the non-coverage of the paramount important issue of the notice about the growth of insurgency in the Northeast. Sir, the Naga political issue, the oldest issue in the country, running for last almost a century. Yet, the successive government have failed to address. It is very unfortunate, but at the same time, there are statement prime ministers who need appreciation from the Nagas. The first prime minister of India, late Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, he could understand the political issue of the Nagas, and he felt that military operation is not an answer to the Naga political issue, but he recognized it as a political issue, and the process of political issue has started by creating the statehood of Nagaland as 16th state in the Indian Union. Unfortunately, after the death of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, for a gap of 30 years, the ceasefire has been broken since 67 to 1997, a long gap of year of 30 years. But in 1997, the statement Prime Minister late Narasimha Rao gathered all the courage and invited the Naga freedom fighters to come to the negotiating table without condition. That has encouraged the Nagas and enter into a ceasefire agreement. The condition was in the highest level, that is the Prime Minister level, the third country involving the third party. And in the process, the second ceasefire was concluded between the Nagas and the government of India in 1997. After that, the healing touch was given by Atal Bihari Vajpayee. The statement Prime Minister have realized that the Nagas need a due recognition based on the history of the Nagas and giving the recognition to Naga history as the uniqueness of Naga history. That has arrested the mind of the Nagas, the magnanimity of the then Prime Minister. And in the process, unfortunately, the 10 years of UPA government could not take forward the issue to positive conclusion. Maybe that 10 years of one UPA to two UPA to could be the coalition constraint, because on both the terms there was many IRAMs, GRAMs members, and at the same time there was IRAM, GRAM political parties. So maybe due to that constraint, the UPA want to have failed to address. So out of 13 prime ministers in the country, the first prime minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the second prime minister, Narasimha Rao, the third prime minister, is the 11th prime minister, Sir Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and the 12th prime minister, as I have mentioned, that maybe due to coalition compulsion, it could not come to the logical conclusion. And now with the 11th prime minister, having overcome.
Mr. Zhimomi, the time is over. We're trying to conclude it.
Please, I'm not going to utter even a single word what my colleagues have uttered. So now, with the coming of this new prime minister, having the absolute majority and the Lok Sabha, and since the problem is an initial problem, the approach to the Naga political issue, I fully expect an appeal to my honorable members that there may not be two opinions on the Naga political issue, since it is a national issue. The Naga political issue is known as the father of all insurgency in the Northeast and also some part of the country. It is high time that the issue should be addressed. It is dragging 18 years with more than 80 times rounds of talk. I only remember in my childhood the story of 100 years war between the English and the French. Beyond that, I have not heard that a ceasefire continuing for 18 years. It is 8 wonders in the political approach. Now, with the Prime Minister Modi ji, he has given a good beginning and the footprint of Atal Bihari ji stand, giving recognition of the Naga, of the genuineness of the Naga history. I have
Try
congratulated
to come to the state level.
I have congratulated the Prime Minister on behalf of my state and on my behalf because he has exempted Dr. S. Jamar, the governor of Odisha, who was a UPA appointee, but basing on the footprints done given by Bajpayee, he was exempted from the general punishment. Rather say that the spoil system. We appreciate, and we have seen that this. We are seeing the good beginning, sir, with the support of the honorable members of this house and the Lord of the nation. Let us jointly operate and the century-old generation issue may be given the final touch. Secondly, the most important is the border area people, be it in Sri Lanka, the Tamils, be it in the Western Front, be it in the Northern Front, or be it in the Eastern Front. The border area population
we'll start.
should be treated equally with the
Now please conclude.
with the treatment given to the other population of the country because
Next.
the border area people have been alienated. The Disrupt Area Act, where it is not applying in the border area states. The Disrupt Area Act of 1985 have been enacted specially to impose in the northern state and the state of Nagaland, who had been born with that climate. So the,
Now please conclude.
the
Please conclude.
first psychosis on the part of the
You have taken
border area people is certainly there, so it should be compensated, be it Kashmir, be it Northeast, be it anywhere. The alienated people should be compensated, bring to the mainstream, and that will be the greatest army for the defense of the country. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Now,